Hey guys, how are you doing? So in this video I'll be teaching you guys how to identify minor and major support areas on your chart. I see traders make a very terrible mistake. Every single time they see the market react a certain way on a certain level, they assume it's a support. Every single time the market pushes up from a certain area, they just assume it's a support. Anytime the market comes down from a certain area, they just assume it's a resistance, and it actually not the case. That's actually not how to read support and resistance. It will amaze you to know that a lot of traders do not know this very basic thing about support and resistance. There is a very specific method to identify major key levels you should be looking out for in your trading, whether it's a minor support area or a minor resistance area, or a major support area or a major resistance area. So in this video I'll be going live on the chart to show you how I identify major key levels, major support and resistance zones, and how to actually help you also identify such and to get you making better trade results. If this is your first time on this channel, I bring on amazing content on this channel every single week, so subscribe to this channel. I bring on amazing content on this channel. Subscribe, click the notification icon so that every single time I do these videos you do not get to miss out. Okay, so that said, let's jump right into this video. So subscribe, like right now, subscribe. So see you guys on my screen. Hey guys, so welcome to my screen. So I'll be teaching you how to recognize real market structure, real support and resistance levels, because like I told you guys, a lot of people make the mistake to assume that every movement on the chart is a support and every single movement on the chart is a resistance. Okay, so normal if I ask the average trader, let me delete this. If I ask the average trader to identify the most prevalent support and resistance levels right here, probably you see them doing something like this. You see them draw a resistance here, draw a resistance here, probably draw another one here, over here, probably they'll draw another one here. Okay, draw this as a support here, then you draw another one here, then they draw another support here, and if I want to like go a little bit further, we can say probably they'll draw another one here. Okay, this is like how the average forex trader actually draws his support and resistance, and I'll tell you what the problem with this approach in support and resistance. Okay, now this is what a lot of traders do when they're actually looking out to draw support and resistance levels, and this is not a wrong approach to support and resistance, but it is not the best approach. Okay, something can be fair enough, it can be just manageable, but it's actually not best practice. There's something called best practice. Okay, now the people that do this kind of things are the ones that when the market comes to this place, they are buying. If market goes here, they are selling. Market comes down here, they buy it again, they sell here again, and it's just a roller coaster of emotions for them when it comes to trading. They are always buying, they are always selling, they are looking for somewhere. Provided the market has done some form of reaction there in the past, they assume it's a major support or major resistance. But that's actually not how this market actually works. There's something called major support. There's something called minor support. Now let me go to paint. I think I'll use a paint tool to actually explain this much better. Okay, now for instance, let's say we have let me shift this a little bit. Now let's assume we have we just have this this car. Let me draw a car right here. Please forgive my drawing. My drawing would definitely be terrible, but you guys know that this looks like a car. Okay, so if this car has this length of road to travel, the car is going to go this length. This is the road, okay, to be traveled. Okay, now let's assume we have a small bump on the road here. We have a small bump. I have another small bump. Okay, now we have this major block here, then another small bump, another small bump, another big bump, and then another small bump, small bump, small bump. Okay, now this is a typical representation of what happened. Now let's assume that this car right here is called price. This is market price, the price of a particular currency pair. This is called price. Now when this market price is actually moving, it is not every major like major roadblock that it has to stop to respond to. For instance, if you know anything about driving, there are kind of speed bumps that you know they are there, but you don't really care. You don't really you don't flat out the brakes because you are approaching those kind of roadblocks. You just know that you probably just apply a little brake, then speed over the speed bump, and then just keep going. But there are major roadblocks that you know that you definitely have to slow down. Okay, so this is simply what happens on the chart. What most people do is that they are slowing down for both the small roadblocks, the small speed bumps, and the major roadblocks. They slow down when they get here, slow down when they get here, slow down when you get here, slow down for here, which should not be. It's not, of course, if this is driving, like, I mean, why would you want to drive very silly that way? That's a very clumsy way of driving. Okay, if you're going to slow down, like go on less than 20 kilometers per hour for every little speed bump, that's a very clumsy way of driving, right? So, but unfortunately, that's the approach a lot of people give to support and resistance zones. It seems as if they don't recognize that there are actually minor support zones and there are major support zones. Now, let me tell you how I identify this on the chart. Now, you can clearly see, let me delete all of this. Let me delete all of this and show this a bit more clearly. So, a minute, let me delete all of this. Okay. Oh, that was a mistake. Now, the reason why I really need to teach you guys this is because this is a very common mistake. I see a lot of newbie traders make this mistake and they keep halting their trading. Now, if you look at this chart, let me quickly identify what I would call the major support and resistance areas on this chart. Now, let me quickly identify that. Let me use a highlight. Now, this is a major. Okay, I think Eclipse 2, this should be a better tool to do this. Okay, major support, this right here too, major resistance. Okay, now this one right here is a minor resistance. Let me do that again. This stuff right here, why do I keep deleting that? This stuff right here is a minor resistance because, as you can see, the market was going on all this velocity, okay, with all this speed from here, all this speed. And the only thing this little roadblock could do right here is to just push the market a little bit downwards. This was all the market could do, just push the market a little bit. Okay, now, but we can clearly see from other places that I marked as major resistance zones, you can see how very strong the resistance, this particular resistance zone is. It pushed the market this whole length down. So major support areas are areas on the chart where the market reacted very, very significantly. Now, let me tell you something about trading. Take this from a 7 years experienced trader in the market. Anytime I mark out my support and resistance zone, like the major key levels, like this level right here is a major zone. This is a very major zone. Okay. And this is another major zone. Okay. Right here, this is another major zone. Right here has been respected multiple times in the past. Now, anytime I mark out my major key levels, let me delete this. Anytime I mark out my major key levels, mark out my major support and resistance zones, what I do most of the time is I totally ignore all the noise. There's something called market noise. All these other little movements you see here, like from here to here, this is not really a support. Because what I see most people do, they come here once this market has done this little retracement here, they come here and mark it as a support. They now say, okay, this place right here is a support. Yes, it's a support, but it is a minor support. It is not enough to make a trading decision based on a minor support. Your trading decision should be based on major support levels. For instance, what you're seeing right here too, what you are seeing right here, all these places right here, these are simply minor resistance level. These are not major zones. Okay, now I'm doing this on a 4-hour chart, and of course, you know, if we move down from a 1-hour chart to a 1 hour 15 minutes chart, you know, going down that, you know, that way, you will see these things much more clearly. And of course, the higher the level, of course, the higher the time frame you're using, the more stronger, you know, minor resistance and support zones will actually be. Okay, but however, this is the key. Anytime you draw a major support zone, a major resistance zone like we've drawn here, and a major resistance zone like we have drawn here, every other thing in between are noise. Every single thing you see in between these two zones right here is just noise in the market. This market, this is where a lot of traders get stopped out. For instance, let me do a replay. I think a replay will serve the purpose for this. Now, let's assume that this was where I marked out this market. I marked out the previous resistance here, which has been tested here. I marked out the support, which has been tested as a support here, as a resistance here, also a resistance here, and also a support here. Now, what most traders, this market is going from here to here. This is like where the target is. This is where we are going to definitely. But we know that this market is not going to go straight like this. There's no time the market price just moves straight from a support to resistance, so it almost never happens in the market. So the market will likely make a lot of noise, shake out a lot of weak hands, shake out a lot of terrible traders, a lot of newbie traders. This is where traders actually lose money, especially scalpers, because this market will give them the feeling, okay, it's about to go up, it's about to go down, it's about to go up, it's about to go down. Okay, up, down, put them on that roller coaster of emotions, stop them out, close their stop loss, liquidate a lot of funds, do liquidity grabs. But ultimately, this is where we are heading to. This is where this market is heading to. We're going to this place right here. Okay, but because the market needs to shake out all the weak hands and shake out all the all the newbies, all the quack traders. Okay, so because they are paying attention to all this noise happening here, this is all noise. This is all noise. Everything you're seeing happening, this up down movement, is just noise. Finally, we get to where we are actually looking forward to get, which is this level. Okay, the market is finally back to the level that we are actually looking out for. Okay, so this is actually how to identify, support and resistance levels, and to know which level is a minor support and which level is a major support. So don't make your trading decision based on a minor support. Know when the market is showing you a minor support or a minor resistance, and just simply avoid it. If you actually want to trade like what you call, trade like the banks, you understand? You want to trade on the big boys time frame, ignore the market noise. Everything you're seeing in between these places are all noise. If you want to put a stop loss or you take profit, don't put it anywhere in between this zone. If you want to, let's assume you want to buy here, maybe somewhere here. Don't put your stop loss, inside these two major support zones, because the noise will likely shake you out. Okay, if you want to put a stop loss, probably put it, outside of that zone. Okay, then put your take profit somewhere, around the zone you're actually targeting. Okay, so that the market doesn't shake you out when it's shaking other weak hands out. Okay, so this is a good place to subscribe on this channel. So click that subscribe button like right now, smash it hard, man. Smash that subscribe button. I bring on amazing videos on this channel. If this is your first time on this channel, or even if it's not your first time but you are yet to subscribe, click that subscribe button right now. Subscribe to this channel and bring on amazing content and analysis on the market every single week. So cheers. I love you guys. And if you want to learn how to trade Forex, we'll have a full academy, a full training program that will take you from beginning of what is Forex, like from what is Forex to becoming a professional trader. Okay, so the link is in the description. Check the link, and if you also want to join our Signal group Telegram community, it's on the description. So till I come your way, guys, I love you guys. Keep trading. All the best. Have a wonderful time, and goodbye.
You got a big part. You talk the talk about what you're going to do 5 years from now, 10 years from now, but you do not wake up in the morning and work on it. Little young whippersnapper's going to tell me I'm going to take your spot. How? Don't tell me you're going to take my spot. You tell me how you're going to do it. gonna have to stay up to beat me. Cause you're gonna have to stay up longer to beat me. You can't change the game to like fit your little lifestyle, your little structure.